Hi everybody, it's me, it's your girl. I've been all busy all day, busting down frames that I had bought, old pictures of Goodwill. I'm busting the frames down for art. I was doing that and a lot of other stuff that, and my picture that I tapped out for the background, it looks awesome. I put that in the frame, had to make it look really nice, seal the back up. Now I'm going to get a little bit to eat, and then I'll be back to tap it out, talk to all of you. I scratch up a couple albums. Hi, how are you? So I've been busy all day. So how's everybody doing? Let me look. Hi, Chris. How are you doing? Chris must be new. I'm doing good. And so I'll be as soon as I get back. Then I will come on and say hi and scratch up some albums while I'm talking to all of you. So I just jumped in here right now, and I'm actually heading to Chick-fil-A because I really need something to eat. So I'm just heading to Chick-fil-A real quick. Anybody want to come with me? Okay, all right. Nobody's interested, but I was doing a lot of stuff. So tonight's going to be really good because my intuition, there's something, oh my gosh, it just wants to go like this. And you know how these messages have been coming across really clearly, and it's like cursive, but it's some kind of, right? I don't even know what it is. It's weird, but today it was happening out of nowhere. I was like, there was some kind of message coming across, and I will tell you about who later on. And it was just going like this, and I'm like, man, I'm trying to clean these, tear down these frames and like from my art, right? I wasn't fixing to tap into a message. Hi, Jason. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, that's right, Chris. Thank you. Yes. Yes, it looks remote. Thank you, honey. Chris Venmoed me. Yes, thank you, honey. Chris donated to the channel. You know, Chris, I did buy some lunch with that $10. Or was it $10 or $20? Chris donated $10 or $20 to the show when I was like, thank you, Chris. Yes, you did. I haven't seen you in a while on your Chris. How you been? But tonight, there's a message coming through about someone. This is deep. This could be part 2 of last night, everybody. This is how interesting this is. I don't know. When my intuition grips on something that's important, it doesn't want to let it go. But I want to talk about something, everyone, because, you know, when you go to a job, right? When you start a job, I just want to just say this real quickly. And this is pertaining to what all went down, with the messages and everything, right? And the secret chat room and all the cheap secret. Okay, I'm going to say this. So I was thinking about this, there's jobs where you have time to work yourself in, right? Because you're a newbie and you got to work yourself in and you got to learn the job. And then there's some jobs that you literally just, there is no option to be a newbie, right? But you're going to make mistakes at that job because you are a newbie. Thinks nor says, because it doesn't matter what occupation you go to, you're a newbie when you start that job, right? Everybody's a newbie and we're learning the job. Even big bosses, they have to learn the job. As soon as they enter that job of being a boss, they have to learn that job, right? It's not easy. Sometimes these jobs don't come with a manual, and they don't come with people having you figure it out, right? You have to figure this job out yourself. So you're a newbie, but then there's some jobs that are so important that you damn near cannot be a newbie, right? So does that make you a bad person because there's things that you just are still learning at that job, right? Or when you make a mistake, and sometimes this mistake is so serious to the point where you feel like, oh my God, okay, that's a mistake, whatever, something happened, blasey. Is that a newbie mistake? Or is that just something so serious that there's no option to it, right? And I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, just like I said, you know, everybody's a newbie, everybody. I'm not lying to you. Everybody is a newbie at a job. It doesn't matter what it is. The president, when you become president, and you've never been president before, do you realize you're a newbie at that job, right? Unless you've been a president before. So when you take on a job responsibility, there is going to be learning curves and things that you're going to do wrong to get it right? That's just life. We're all human. At the end of the day, we're all human. We make mistakes. Some mistakes are so hard that even you look back and you go, oh shit, right? But we're newbies at that job. Now, with that being said, when you're a newbie at a job, no matter how high powered up you are, because we're newbies, we don't know this, we're still learning this job. Does a newbie mistake mean that you have to resign because something happened and you did take a bad guy down, but you're a newbie, right? So does that, but things along the line just went a little wrong. I was thinking about this, and when anybody goes to a job, we're all newbies. So with that being said, I mean, you got to give people a chance to make a wrong a right. You have to, because at the end of the day, we're all humans, right? We all make mistakes. We're all trying to figure out a brand new job that we've just stepped into. We're trying to learn everybody around us. We're trying to, right, we got staff, but we're still a newbie in this, okay? And that's life, everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. We're all newbies in this game of life. When you go into a job and you get hired and you got to step into that role of that job, you'll make mistakes. I guarantee you that no matter what job that you ever step into, that you're the higher up, that you're even the janitor, and you're a janitor boss, okay? You're gonna make mistakes, I can guarantee you, because at the end of the day, we're all human. Now, it's how we pick ourselves up and never make the mistakes again that matter the most. Because now, we're newbies, right? So by the time a year gets in, we should be pretty good now, right? But we're still newbies. So we're still gonna have to learn. We're still got learning curves, everybody. We still got learning curves. And this is what I wanted to say about the White House. People were so angry and going, I was thinking about this, people. We're all human and we're all gonna make mistakes. It doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter. We are damn near gonna make mistakes. Pete Hegseth's gonna make mistakes. Everybody on this earth makes mistakes. Everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. I'm sure that it was a learning curve that he probably needed, because you got to learn what's right and what's not right, and how you do things and what you don't do, right? We're all human, everybody. We're all human. And we're all in that learning curve stage at a new job. And even me as a caregiver, I work with people with disabilities, and they damn near have every kind of disability ever imaginable. And when I take on a new client, that's a learning curve. I gotta learn how these people are. Do I make mistakes? Yes, I do. But that's just life. We all do it, because when you go to a job, you are a newbie. You gotta remember that, everybody. Before you beat people up over the head, you gotta have that learning curve, and that's hard. Sometimes that learning curve is so hard, it's even damn near embarrassing, right? I'm being serious. He'll get it together. They'll get it together. But now, when we're talking about, you know how if you're in a situation where you got people that don't like you, of course, they're going to let that learning curve of something that just didn't go right, they're going to beat you up over the head about it. They're gonna try to beat the hell up out of the story. They're gonna beat the story to the ground. But remember, stepping down is a failure, everybody. If Pete Hegseth steps down, that's a failure because he's on a learning curve. Doesn't matter what kind of position he has, he's on a learning curve. Everybody is on a learning curve. They're just new to these jobs. You must give them time to get acclimated to what they got to do. That's just life, everybody. And every president, everyone, you got to understand, I am nor Democrat nor Republican, I'm an independent. And what I know is that every president, it doesn't matter who they are, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, guess what? They got to pick whoever they wanted to work for them, right? This is no different, everybody. This is absolutely no different than Obama picking his people that he wants to work for him. This is absolutely no different than Biden picking whoever he wanted to vote for him. It's absolutely no different. Love people or hate them. Whoever the president is, they are allowed to pick whoever they want to work for them. And guess what? Everybody's the newbie. Everybody is on this beautiful learning curve of life, right? So, when people beat people up over the head and go, you know what? That person's on fire. They're just getting started. They're on that learning curve of learning that job. And we all make mistakes, everybody. So if Pete resigns, that's a failure. Do you understand that is a failure? You don't wish people bad. You wish people well. Will he pick himself up? I guarantee he will. I guarantee he will. Because you're on that learning curve. You're on this learning curve, everybody. They're only, what, months into the job? Still on the learning curve. That's a hard job to learn. It's a hard job to grasp your mind around. It's a hard job. Any job is hard. But that's a learning curve. I would never step down because you're just learning and you're going to make mistakes. He's going to make more mistakes, everybody. Buckle up. Buckle up. That's life. That is life, everybody. Life. That's right, Jason. Exactly. Let me get the comments, everybody. Let me get all of them. Hold on a minute. Chat filter. But, so I get, I just wish everybody well. I don't pick and choose who I like and dislike. I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm an even person straight across the board. Sleepy Joe, listen, he slept on the job. Everybody, come on now. Everybody beats people up, but Joe Biden laid in the basement. He sat in the basement and we never seen him for a long time. Everybody does things wrong, everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. Everybody, every president does things wrong. Everybody under them will do things wrong. It's life. That's life. It's life. So, yeah, thank you, Jason. So, and the Democrats got to stop all this fucking shit. They got to literally stop doing this because the Democrats are actually on a learning curve. A lot of them are on a learning curve, but they don't want to admit it. And see, this is the thing, that's the struggle that's going on at the White House. A lot of Democrats are on a learning curve. They don't want to fix it and let you know that they're on that learning curve. Absolutely not. No, they're better than that, right? Yeah, right. I'm just saying, everybody. And the ones that are seasoned, hell, they're still on a learning curve because they have not learned a goddamn thing. I'm serious, everybody. They have not learned one fucking thing. AOC, all of them, Bernie Sanders, let me break it down to you. They have not learned a goddamn thing. And they are not nowhere near on a learning curve. They've been there. Right? But it's easy to tell somebody else that they need to step down. It really is. You need to step down. But what about people making dumb shit on the Democrat side? The Democrats do crazy shit all the time. But no, they don't want you to know that. And they're still in a learning curve of a never-ending learning curve of stupidity, everybody. I am God serious. I'm not making this up. I'm meet me in the middle. I'm being serious. These people are on a learning curve of stupidity over and goddamn over. And then they're on tour about it. I can't make this stuff up. I can't even make this stuff up today, everybody. I'm God serious. This is craziness. But Pete Hegseth in no way, none of them, should gavel down to nobody unless the president tells them to take a hike. Because I'm just learning. I'm serious. That shit ain't easy, everybody. It's not easy learning that. Oh my God, this is crowded. Oh my gosh. Chick-fil is packed. By the time I get done here, I'll have a hunger strike with this. Hold on, everybody. I gotta get in here. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, baby. That's right. Prince, that's right. Exactly. Right, John Paul. Oh my God. No, but you do. It's just, I'm so over this crazy stuff that's going on. I know, honey, you're on. Thank you, Noah. I love you. I love you. But I just wanted to say that today, everybody. I was going to get on my mic and talk about it, but you gotta just let shit roll, everybody. You just can't let what these people are saying, you just gotta let shit roll. Yeah, that's right, Jason. Most people, and the world's on a learning curve, everybody. The world is learning. We are all on a learning curve. Right? No exception to the rule. Nobody. So yes, there was mistakes made. We gotta move forward, everybody. We've got to move forward. We can't keep beating stuff up over the head. It's just too much. It's too much. It's beyond the scope of craziness at this point in time. That's right, Jason. Everybody's on. Everybody, yes, and they're learning. When you take this job, it's like, and some people will go, well, there's no exception to the rule in that kind of position. But there is an exception to the rule because he never been in that position. He is learning that position. So when people say, I mean, what can you do? You're learning a job that is life. It doesn't matter what job it is. Do you think when you walk in and be a brand new president, you're not nervous as hell and you don't make mistakes? Hi. Oh, my day is going good, Richard, honey. How you doing, sweetheart? I'm here. I'm doing good, baby. I'm getting ready to get some Chick-fil-A. That's what I wanted to say for today. Richard, how you doing, sweetheart? You didn't have to distract that. I see it. I saw it, honey. But I just wish, you know, we could all honestly work together and find some type of common ground to work together, right? Like party lines reaching across and shaking one another's hands and finding that kind of common ground instead of all this back and forth. You know, it gotta stop at some point in time, right? I mean, what are they gonna do? Keep beating each other up over their heads down? And what? That is not how you do anything. That's not how you get anywhere. Yeah, that's right, Richard. Richard said he used to not be like what? Like that. So I just sit and I think about how enjoy your meal and bless today. Thank you, Jason. But I just came on to say hi, but I'll be back later on, everybody, to talk about it and stuff. I got albums to scratch up, albums to show you. More stuff today to do. And I just wanted to come on and say that we're in a learning curve state. We're still in a learning curve. Everybody that got hired in positions with Donald Trump, everybody is on a learning curve, everyone. Don't you understand that? Everybody is. Everyone is. Everyone. I love talking to all of you. So I'm just getting, it's so packed, right? It's filled. Both lines are filled, everybody. It's all filled up. Usually somebody comes out. Boy, this thing must have a hole. I must have a hole in my antifreeze tank. Here we go. Over dumb stuff. I know. It is just crazy. It is so stupid. I can't see that. I can't understand it. I really, honest to God, can't understand it. Everybody. I just, for the life of me, I just can't understand it. It's craziness. Beyond craziness. I can't understand. Here we go. I'm getting hot. I think I have a hole. I told my brother, everybody, I was running hot. Not my body, but, you know, the Jeep. And I quickly, you know, told my brother, my God, I'm running hot. Thank you, Jason. And he said, well, Gemini, antifreeze in that. I said, antifreeze in what? I think there's a hole in there. I have to get that looked at. It's starting to go up high. Oh, hey, everybody, hold on a second. Oh, okay. I don't know where. Oh. Hello. Hey, hold on a second, everybody. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I didn't want you to hear me ordering this Chick-fil-A. That wasn't none of importance to you. It wasn't importance to you. And listen, Richard. Oh, man. My brother, I had a good laugh with him, Richard. I honestly did. I said, oh, man. He said, oh, God, sis. Oh, God. That's what he said. I said, yeah, oh God, you devil, Tina, right? You gotta laugh, everybody. See, I don't take nothing serious. You can't take life serious, especially when you're on this learning curve. You can't do it. Oh my. I hope it don't get too damn hot. I'm in Chick-fil-A drive-thru with a boatload of damn cars behind. And I ain't got no water in here or no antifreeze. And I just filled this thing up. What's going on with this? Hi, Josh. Hi, honey. I'm fixing to Chick-fil-A this. I'll show you the line here, everybody. Look at this. I'm not joking. Look. This line is packed. See? Told you. There you go. They're usually, I guess, they must have laid off the Chick-fil-A people that come to your car, you know, and take your order. Because now you have to use the drive-thru speaker. I'm not used to using the drive-thru speaker at Chick-fil-A. Usually there's people that come to take your order. And this is really bad right now. I can't even imagine this. Oh, thank you, honey. I try. See my skirt I have on today? It's a different one. I'll be on later on as soon as I get back, everybody. I just gotta get through here and go get some paint. But I'll be back later. Oh my. See how pretty that skirt is? I love yous, everybody. I was on for 26 minutes, 27, rounded to 27. I'll be on later on. I'll be back in an hour or so. And then I'll have the albums laid out to scratch them up. They must be. Richard, they must be. I'm used to them coming up to the car. Hi, Drew. I'm used to them coming up to the car. And now you have to use the speaker. This is why the line's backed up. Oh, my. So I'll be back later. I gotta get going, everybody. I don't want to hold your ear up too long, but we'll talk about it. But listen, it's kicking in. As soon as I get on here and start going like this, I don't know what the message is. I'm trying to telepathically figure this out. Okay, now. This car's just pulled right in front of me. Because the line just merges in. Thank you, baby. Wish everybody a good day. I'll be back in about a mere 2 hours. An hour or so. Okay. Let me see. Love yous, baby. Thank you. Don't forget to come back. Oh, okay. All right, honeys. See you later. Because now he's fixing to get my information. Yeah. Thank you, honey. I love yous. Love yous. Fixing to love yous. See you then.